Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Skill Model Ninja. So, yeah, yes, I have been away for a couple of days, well, weeks, I should say. One, I ended up back in hospital because chest infection got bad enough that it's kicked off my arrhythmia. So, yeah, weren't happy with that. But these things happen. But there you go. Oh. So yeah, so tonight we're going to try and carry on with a few of the carry on with the figurine to start off with, and then we're going to be going through some other things. Well, we'll go through the other things first, but then I will go through carry on with the figurine. Wait a minute. Let's manage to get some more stupid glue that I was run out of. So that's got to go into that drawer, out of the way. And that's it. So I hope everybody's had a reasonably good weekend or evening. I know I did. I've just spent the whole day sitting down, messing about on my laptop, trying to complete a assignment. So, yes, I've got a new throne in the man cave. Managed to get it cheap off of TikTok. It's comfortable enough, and it's actually got armrests on this one, and it's got a footrest. So yeah. But as you'll know, when I go to Warhammer shops to buy paints and stuff like that, which we have got a few more pots here, I end up getting dragged into things, and the guys over in Leeds know that I do a Warhammer stream on Tuesday nights. So yeah, so they found out that with stream and everything like that, so they basically told me about this competition they're having. So the competition is a figure, painting figures and that sort of thing. And they said, like, well, we know you paint them because they've seen some of the stuff I've done. And they asked me, would I like to join in? I said, yeah, if you don't mind. I mean, I don't play any certain faction or whatever. And they go, okay, fine. So what do you want to do for us? I said, well, I mainly do like figurines or dioramas. And he goes, oh, brilliant, first diorama. I went, really? He goes, yeah. So I went, okay, fine. And I've now been out and purchased the things that I need for it, including what I already have in my stash. So there's like these things that I already had in the stash, which is buildings, but just having them isn't enough to do what I want to do. So we have some more buildings. So we have these ones as well. That's flying past the camera. There we go. So we've got them ones. Because I'm hopefully going to be on the lines of like the first ever sort of Warhammer, main Warhammer diorama I did, which was a reactor and that sort of thing. But I then found out that they actually stopped selling the reactors. I thought, okay, fine. So I went online and purchased, because I knew in the Conquest magazine you get the reactors. So yeah, I got that to go with it. So that's all going on to the same diorama. so far. But then I saw these ones, which is a bigger building, so it gives more levels and gives it more of a chance to put stuff on. So yeah, so we've got those buildings that are going to go onto it as well. But then with the actual diorama, we need things to connect up to the pipeworks to connect the diorama or the reactors up. So again, from Conquest, because you cannot buy these from Warhammer anymore. So no, it's a Conquest magazine, but you cannot buy these as a set from Warhammer anymore. They're not doing them. And then there was this, and of course you need a few crates and barrels and everything like that, so I got them as well. So there, basically, so far I have my own stash, I've used that. The rest of these I've actually bought into this diorama. So that's just scenery stuff that I've got. So then, need something to put on it. So we went and got the Combat Patrol, Adaptus Mechanicus, figurines, and I can't remember what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, something like 19 figures there. But you've got like all these dudes, but you haven't got really a big main dude. So I thought, okay, we'll get the main dude. So yeah, we've got his name is Belisarius Call. We've got a tech priest in here, well and good. And we also have the, what the hell are you again? Pretrexi Styrolors, whatever they're called, and we've got Skitari Vanguard and Cerberus Sulphur Hounds. So there, all the figurines from the Adaptus Mechanicus that are going onto it. But then I thought, well, with them being only sort of like really non sort of like active dudes for armor and everything like that, and back in the days they used to work well with other Space Marines. So I got a small kill team, and these are the Death Watch, and these used to work with Mechanicus. So these will be going again, because I'm actually doing it against the battle scene, because there will be the what you call them, Necrons. So these will fit in well for that diorama. So yeah, there's that sort of kill team, and then there's sort of like there's 5 figures here: Head Taker, Blade Master, Gunner, Bomber, Bombard, and Demolisher. So they'll all be going on the Adaptus Mechanicus side. So I've got quite a few Necrons and other things in there, in the box of goodies, which is what this came out of, because it's all going in there. And it's going to probably take up about 2.5 foot by 2 foot, I think. But somewhere on the lines, there'll be probably about 50 figures on this one diorama. So when I've actually finished my other dudette here, so when I've got this one finished, we'll be making a start on these, because I have until May to get all this lot done. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a tight fit, because I've also got to build the base and everything like that, and I will be sort of carrying it on that one. So that's what the old Warhammer purchases have been for this, and I'm not even going to go into what I've spent on it so far. So hence the reason why I've actually got some more of the Warhammer paint still specifically for doing the Necrons and that sort of thing. So yeah, but I have treated myself to a little tool. Now this thing I got off of TikTok shop, and it is literally like a little sander and drill and everything like that. It cost me less than 12 quid. And it comes with little sanding pads and discs and everything like that. So yeah, but I mainly got it because I've got the other big project, which is the big submarine back there, and there's certain things that I've got to actually drill out and everything like that and grind out, and it comes with lots of things. So it's like a little miniature version of a Dremel, but it is literally just hold it in your hand. All the other ones you had to have, I've got that basically were like Dremels, all had power cables connected to them. So yeah, it's going to be a handy little tool to have. And for less than 12 quid, you can't argue with that. I think for Warhammer, that's about all I've purchased so far. So this one, it's off TikTok shop, and it cost me less than 12 quid. If I remember rightly. Because it was on offer and I had some credits left on there. And it is very, very handy. I mean, for the size of it, charged up by USB cable. Remember it. Oh. Comes with a little screen as well, so it tells you how much power's in it. There we go. And it is really, really quiet. It comes with a little light around the end there. Comes with 3 speeds, I think, sorry, 5 speeds altogether. Oh, there you go. But it tells you how much battery power you got left and everything on there, and tells you what sort of speed percentage you're at when you. So it goes reasonably fast, and that's it. Lights up what you're doing. So yeah, it all comes with all the. If I change the camera, it'd be able to see a bit better. So hang on a second. Let's just swap camera so you can see some of the benchy. There we go. So yeah, as you can see, with a selection of drill bits and everything. You even got a little brush. And it comes with a spanner, little drill bit there, but you can fit other drill bits. I think, if I remember right, there should be, yeah, like with your little hand drills that you get the little bevel pieces. You can get them on this as well. So just literally unscrew that, and then you can take out that part, which has got like the big wide bevel hole in it. And you know, when you got like your other drill bits which are small, like these sort of sets of drill bits, and these ones which are even finer, yeah, you got them. And in this little box there should be, yeah, there it is. They're small enough to get down there. There it is. You got the wider bevel there, and then we should have 3 different size bevels, I think, or 4. I can't remember. Oh, it's 3. So you got all different sizes there. But I also have, with my other hand pillar drill, you can. There's actually, I've got other pieces that will fit into this. That'll help hold that thing there. So yeah, it's quite a good little thing. And then you get like a little, come here, little cutting blade as well. So if you're doing like cutting out resin and everything like that, this will be very, very good for that. So yeah, I'm quite happy with this little set. Let's put it that way. So for less than 20 quid, you can't argue with it. Okay. So there you go, and it's just a little battery operated thing, and it's all chargeable, which comes in handy. And it all comes just stored in this little tub. And considering like your standard Dremel cases, they're all big, massive things, no bigger than a pencil case. So yeah, very handy to say the least. Especially with the fact that I can actually use these drill bits with it as well. So we'll go into chat and see who's about. So first of all, we've got Mr. Affle in saying, it's the swinging pebble man back from his hospital while I was ICU. A kilo lighter in weight. Evening, Ross. Yeah, I didn't really like staying in hospital, so I signed myself out in the end again. I think the most I've ever sort of stuck in hospitals is about 2 days. Then we've got Wayne Williams saying, if it does the job, then it's a win. Yes, and the good thing about this chair as well, in the back lumbar support piece here, there's actually a little massaging thing. So I can actually plug it into my USB port and it'll sort of like vibrate and yeah, massage your back while you're sitting here. Then we've got Wayne saying Imperium magazine. No, that's the Conquest one that I have there. Yeah, and then we've got Complex Autist in saying nice choice of combat patrol for the setting you described. Yeah, I'm hoping it should work well with it. I mean, I've done one quite some time ago, and that one's on display in Halifax Models in Halifax, and that's on permanent display there. And probably this will end up somewhere like that as well, because it's once it's been on display in Bradford, I think that's where we're taking to. I mean Leeds, sorry. And he's also saying Imperium Guard would have suited too, I reckon, with some tanks around. Yeah, well, I do have this thing for the that's Mechanicus. So yeah, that will be probably end up going on it somewhere near a building or something. Then we've got Finest Fellas in saying hello. Well, good evening to you and welcome to the stream. Don't know why it's done that, but there we go. So I don't know if I think you're actually fairly new to the channel. If you are, welcome. And then we've got Affle saying Necrons, commonly known as Metal Mickeys, very much so. And then we've got Wayne saying the Krieg Marines. There we go. So I'm trying to run off 2 different screens here at the moment. You got Complex Autist saying a lot of building and painting. May the Emperor's will drive you to completion, brother. Yeah, it's going to take me some time to do that one, I think. I've got what, 4 months, I think, to complete it all. So, and you lot are coming along with the journey with it as well, because it's basically all going to get done live. And then with the combat patrol, that's what I mean. I got these in it. Now, I don't use these. So if anybody's interested in them, let me know. And I'll post them out to you. If you because I don't play the game. I just enjoy painting the figures and doing stuff like that. So if you're interested in them, send me an email and I'll send them out to you, because I don't need them. And it's pointless just throwing them on the side somewhere where they'll just get forgotten. You got Wayne saying hi to Affle, and then we've got a fella saying I've been thinking about trying some slap chop on my Ultramarines, but I have had a bad experiences with coffee staining from contrast paints. I mean, when it comes to painting that, and I mean, this is what the rules that I generally stick to is that I just have fun. I just enjoy what I'm painting, and majority of the time it works out. I mean, I haven't got. I think one of the main figures I've got is down on the windowsill downstairs. If I go and grab it quickly, I'll show you what I mean by where I've done it, like the fading of colours over and everything like that. Oh. Here we go. So yeah, this is one of my main ones where I've basically had a bit of fun, and all this is all hand painted. None of it's airbrush or anything like that. And you can see if I get I'll brush it off a little bit back here. Yeah, a bit dusty because it just basically sits on the side downstairs, like all my models. Unless people say they want them, then I'll probably just end up sending them out to them, like I have done in the past. So there we go. You can see from the wings where I've actually just used different colours just to, and I think it's a nickelide, whatever that's called, on that one, and then just faded it out onto the wings. And then if you look at his cloak, that's all again hand painted across, and then I've faded it by using different colours and then gone using a wash over the top of it. And as I said, I'm no professional at what I do. I just have fun and enjoy the painting and have fun. If you make mistakes, it's a bit of plastic, paint it again. That's what you got to do. And that's how I feel about it. Then you got Complex Artist saying thin the contrast with a technical medium. They are between washes and inks. Well, yeah, I mean, that's one of the ways you can do it. I mean, I've never actually thinned any of my paints down. You'll probably call me a heretic for not actually using a wet palette when I'm painting my models. I don't. But there we go. It's one of them. Then we've got Dominic Coco saying, good evening, Ross. Good to see you back. Hope everything is going well. Except, again, chest is still playing up a bit. Other than that, it's, yeah, it is what it is, basically. You got FIFO saying, TikTok shop. I'm checking that out after the stream. Do it, mate. You can't fault it for some of the stuff you can get on there. I mean, I think there is actually Warhammer on the TikTok shop as well. I mean, look at it. Or Temu is another place to look. And then we've got Alpha saying, it's Dusty Dumb. And I said, yeah, it does have all the drill bits and sanding and the cutting head and everything like that, and the grinders. Yeah, so it's got it all in that one little kit, so I find it quite good. And you got Dominic saying hi to Wayne Willie, and then we've got Firefest saying, oh wow, so many bits. Yep, it does have quite a few bits for the price of it. It's pretty damn good. And he's also, you got Way saying hi to Dom, and then finally saying, wow, yeah, very cool. I just brought one. Haha, you found it. I mean, I use it because it's small, easy to handle, and especially when you look at, I don't know if the other one's around here somewhere. It was down the side here somewhere, but it's big, chunky, especially like the Dremel ones, big, chunky, clunky things. And when you look at that one, it's tiny. So, yeah. I think, is that one? You got that one. And you think, that thing's got as much power as down here. Are you in that bottom drawer? Oh. One minute. Oh, I've got so much stuff all over the place. Unbelievable. It just gets everywhere in the way. Not in that drawer. Back on you a minute. Well, don't need you coming out, Angel. Ah, there it is. I've seriously got to go through all these drawers and get rid of so much of this crap that's in there. But yeah, that's, move you that way a minute. Think about it, that's the size of the other one that I've been using. So yeah, so that size, I mean, if you think that's the grinder head that I've had to use in the past, and I don't know if this one should go, I think. So, yep. Yeah, there we go. So that's the head there, and this is a Draper one, and it's like, it's massive, chunky, and heavy. But that's the head I've taken out the Draper one, and it should just slot into there. Tighten it up, and that will hold it. So yeah, shouldn't be an issue with other parts from other sets, if you know what I mean. And you could probably get hold of like the Dremel heads, and this will fit into that as well. So yeah. You got way saying that's why I scour Lidl and Aldi when they have their tool stuff come in. I get some good kit for and extras. Yeah, I mean, they're all different places like that, and you will find them. I mean, there's I think Parkside do a range of small tools as well. So yeah, I mean, another thing I got from, I think oops, what was it now? Temu. I got this from, and basically it's a complete screwdriver, everything's set, and I'm mainly using this so I can actually do my D'Agostini was it Panham, I can't remember now, Mustang, John Wick Mustang. So I've got this because it comes with a little screwdriver and everything that I need, but this is mainly supposed to be used for when you're repairing phones. So, and it's got like the little hand pillar drill and everything like that. But the good thing about this one, remember rightly, it actually the head comes out and slightly extends, so you're not struggling to reach down in some places. And then on top of that, you've also got, that's the extension piece, but there's also the magnetic head that goes with this as well. So yeah, it again, another handy little tool. And again, I think this one cost me less than £9 off Team. So I like it when I get things like that. And that always comes in handy. But yeah, it's supposed to be for fixing phones, but I always find use for it in modelling. Then you got Ryan saying, yep, way too good a price to ignore for a good piece of kit. It definitely is, for the price of that little drill. And then we've got Wayne saying, maybe Annika should pay your desk a visit, lol. Why? Why? By the Emperor. And we've got Mr. Joshy B in saying, evening Ross, folks in chat, hope all are well. We'll be in shortly as I'm elsewhere at the moment. See you all soon. So, all right, Joshy, welcome. So yeah, I mean, I think the other sort of like purchases that I've had or got lately were, I think I've put them back here somewhere, which are just other pieces that I'm going to be doing. That one. So, yeah, these are the other things that I've bought, and we'll go back to the main camera because it's a bit easier to see when I'm showing these. There we go, main camera. So yeah, we have the Shield Captain. So I have, there we go, get the light off it a bit. So I got that one. Then one of the little ATVs. Now I've got some plans to do with this. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but there is something I'm going to do with it. It may end up with a penguin crew. One of those strange things. And then we have this one, the Demon Prince. Now I saw this and I thought, yeah, it'd be interesting to see if I can actually look at it to use it for doing sort of like learning how to do the wings. So like fading in of colours and everything like that. Just so I get more practice of like what I've done with the cloak on this. And then I also got this one, which is the Gladiator. So yeah, the last 3 or 4 months, it's basically because I've saved up me money over Christmas because I don't have to buy a lot over Christmas. Because I bought all the kids' birthday presents and Christmas presents throughout the year. So basically I spent money on myself. So yeah, that's my purchases for myself. But the main kit that I got is a big, massive submarine kit that I build as well. I build, as you can see from behind me, build lots of different other models. Put you out of the way, mate. I don't need you. Then we've got Wayne saying hi, Joshy, and we've got Athel saying, thought I'd heard a buzzing sound. I did, it's Joshy. And then Wayne saying, do you find stuff like she did with Marcus and his steel balls roll? The ATV has a hollow bottom. Oh, fair enough. So yeah, as I said to peeps, if you enjoy the stream, please hit the follow and the like. It is much appreciated. All helps with the old algorithmics, as they say. So this is the figure I'm doing at the moment, is one of the Age of Sigmar's kits that I'm slowly working on, and I've got to do some more blending on the cloak at the back. Probably do on the lines of what I've done with the other one there, and use some of the orange onto the folds and everything. And then we've got the wings, and then we've got the last pieces of the body and the spear. Good point. Where's her head gone? I've lost her head. Where's your head gone? I know it's down here somewhere. Ooh. Oh, it's there. It's on that one. One fighting one. So yeah, I've got the wings are all done. So they'll be ready to go on as soon as I get the parts of the body sorted, because they just literally should shit something like that on it when it's done. So yeah, it's going to be different. So I think the wings on the original one was supposed to be more sort of like metalish, but I didn't like it, so there we go. We've got most of the base sorted out. We do have a bit more fading on some of the branches to do and the stonework, and then we'll do the rest of the basing material, which I've got to find out the drawer. So it ends up looking like the base, this one. So we'll go down to Benchicam now, and hopefully I will crack on with doing some stuff. If anybody else has got any questions they want to ask me, then feel free. But yeah, so we've got to hopefully look at, make that plain base look something like that one. We've got Wayne saying hi to Graham, and we've got Graham Ball saying hi to Wayne, and then we've got Graham saying good evening all, and we've got Alpha saying I have an ATV that I intend converting with my second orc trike. Ooh. Well, I do have a full metal speeder bike somewhere. Not speeder bike, I mean attack bike that I've got to build. I did put all the parts in a bag somewhere. Oh, there it is down there. Yeah, it's an all metal attack bike that I've got to do. I put other bits in there for some strange reason. But yeah, I just got to clean that up. Now, when I mentioned that I don't use a wet pallet, believe it or not, I actually do own one. I just don't use it. It's just one of them strange occurrences in life, I suppose. So it's sword arm is done. Yeah, get off. And we have the main body part there done. So that should, in theory, be able to connect onto there somewhere. Like so. There we go. So that's that bit sorted. Now none of this is actually glued together yet. I just basically stuck it like that, so it makes it easier for myself. Now, you need to go. Oh, I've got to take this off, haven't I, first? So I do have some dismantling to do. Because Just tell me I didn't stick that on. I didn't stick you on, I'm sure I didn't. No, I didn't. Good. So yeah, and this should go onto there, like so. There we go. So that's what it looks like with majority of our armour on there. So the only main piece we've really got to paint is the spear and her head. But we do have some more of that to do. I need that light brown. Where are you? That's a specialty bone which I need. So I'm going to be dry brushing this over the branches. And then I'll be going over with some Agrak Earthshade. Dry brush, dry brush, dry brush. Where are you? Where's the dry brush? One of the old skanky brushes is what I need. That's the one. And a bit of scrap card or paper. So it's literally just dry brushing it over the top. And just give it a few minutes to dry off. I got Graham saying hi to Wayne, or saying I've got Ethel saying hi to Graham. Then we've got Graham saying hi to Ethel, and then we've got Wayne saying, so Ross is winging it. Yeah, I suppose you could class it as that. He thinks I need to clean that water pot out at some point. Because it is covered, well, it's full of crap. Should have washed it out really before I started tonight, but I forgot. We do have Mr. Raggy. We have Mr. Raggy there. So that's all well and good. And then we've got that's none all. Aggie Racky. There we go. Then we've got Wayne saying, I use Army Painter XL wet palette and a speed paint flexible tray for my paints. Very nice. And we've got Stephen Haynes Magazine saying, hi Ross. So good evening, Stephen, and welcome to the stream. And you've got Stephen saying hi to Wayne, and then we've got Wayne saying hi to Stephen. Okay. I hope that sort of takes the extra bit of shine off the whitish areas. There we go. Leave that to dry. So next we have to do some of this armour and everything on here. We need the gold. That way. Let's be your armour. Oh, that's one there. Right now we're got brass. We don't need the brass. Very good, and then we have this one. Put that one. Right. Oh. Yeah. Just put this on a clip and it makes it a bit easier to move around and hold. There we go. Yeah, so basically when I finish my stream tonight, I'll be going back downstairs and doing more work on my assignment that I need to do for university. So yeah, that's it'll probably have me sat there till about 3 o'clock in the morning. If we can stay awake that long, that is this time. I was sat there till 4 o'clock this morning doing it already. So it's basically almost there. I've just got to do the odd more bits here and there on it. Okay. That one. That one. So what's everybody else been up to lately? Anything good? Because I know I've probably missed quite a bit since I've been off for a little while. Ooh. So we do have a lot of smaller detail on these gloves and everything that I've got to pick out yet as well. So I like doing sadistic stuff like that to myself. Blue. Okay. Just put on the blade for a minute. Okay. I got Fines Fellas saying I got an Ultramarine Combat Patrol. Got it built, but haven't done anything with it yet. I mean, fellas, do you actually play the game, or do you just like me? You enjoy painting the figures and that sort of thing? I mean, that's where it's anything I'd get on, sort of like do. I don't play the game at all. I probably did many years ago, not anymore. And we have Mark's Mods joining us saying evening. So good evening to you, Mark, and welcome to the stream. Okay, so now I do need the one colour that I don't have on here now. I bet. Yep, I don't. Where are you? There's like a flesh colour that I have that I use. The faces. I don't think I've got it on my bench, have I? Over there. It's actually an eye painter colour. Believe it or not. Okay, so we've got one. Where the hell have you gone? It's called a Barbarian Flesh. And I find it looks really good on the Warhammer figures when you're painting faces. Oh, Freddy's out. No, Freddy's my little spider friend. He's down there somewhere. Where the bleeding hell are you? Oh. Okay, so where have you gone? Okay, so we're going to have to rethink that one. Is that paint's gone missing? Yeah, it certainly has. This is from when you have too many paints. Mix them two together. That should give me. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I've got like well, because my hobby area now is up in the attic. I have a number of little 8-legged Freddies that are about yay big, sort of like crawling around the desk area, which is handy during the summer because they keep all the midges down. Okay. And no doubt I'll probably end up finding that flesh colour at some point fairly soon. It'll turn up because I know it's up here somewhere. Just don't know where at the moment. These are still working. That one's gone a bit. I'm drying off. Yeah, so that one. I'm gonna have to go through them paints because I haven't used them in such a long time. Told you I'd find it somewhere. I did learn to play 10th edition game the other week at the local GW store. May get back into the game. Oh, good for you. Yeah, it's I don't know if they actually do this colour anymore, to be honest with you. It's the Army Painters War Paint section, but it's Barbarian Flesh. And I use it for doing all my faces on my figures. This one of them that I always do now. So you can see there from the little focus. There we go. And then when I go over with some Reichman flesh shade, it'll sort of like darken it down a bit. And then I'll use a sort of like a really light coating of Agrax Earth, non-oil over that, and it sort of makes the skin look a bit older and more ragged and dirty looking. We've got Wayne We're saying, going to head off as work tomorrow. Catch you all again. Okay, Wayne, take care, mate, and thank you very much for joining us. And we've got Athel saying night to Wayne. Then we've got Athel saying, well, guys, I'm going to bed as I have to be at the clinic tomorrow. So night, I'll catch you around. Well, the night. Athel, take care, mate. And then we've got a phone saying, oh, I see. Yeah, my weakness is skin for sure. It was one of mine until I started playing around. And it's just basically figuring out what looks good. And once you do that and you get it to where you're comfortable at, then things start to join together, if you know what I mean. It's one of those weird things. Once it starts falling together for you, then you just basically do it the way you want it. And sort of go from there. Okay. Where's my video? There. You got Stephen Haynes saying hi to and night Ethel, and then there's also saying night to Wayne. Stephen saying hi to Finest Fellas, and he's also saying hi to Mark's Mods. Now, when I'm doing blades, I like to use the airbrush paint, silver or aluminium, because I find they give a better finish. Especially, yeah, that's the aluminium one. I think I've got some more somewhere, probably in the drawer. This is the thing when you have probably somewhere between 300 to 400, well, yeah, 300 to 400 paints. Is remembering where everything is. Swap that around now. Put it there. Now these ones are actually airbrush paints, but yet they lay down so smoothly. we've got this little tiny diamond area there. Well, this is the fun part, because I've got some tiny little pieces in here to highlight. Let's see what's there. This one. There we go. So when that's sort of dried off a little bit more, what we'll do is we'll just tidy up that bit a bit more. What we've got here, we've got come together. Okay. I must remember to wash these brushes out at some point. And here's beginning to split apart just slightly. Yep. Now with her hair, I'm not going to actually paint it any specific colour. What I'm going to do is use the Agrex Earth Shade straight onto that white. Okay. So that's one good thing about using like the Agrax Earthshade when you're doing it on like a white base, like where it drops down into like a thicker wash into the grooves, and it just gives it more of a in-depth feeling to it. Now I need my Tamiya red, clear red. That side done. That side done. There we go. What is it? Yeah. Let's put together on the shade. Get on there. I'm sure I've got bleeding loads of it. Messy. Yeah, well, I'll have to hunt for that later. I think it's quite red. Yeah. So now I'm just tying up the spear handle, and then I'm going to do a dry rub of silver over it. Yeah, I mean, makeup brushes are generally quite good for that. But I mean, I mainly use brushes that I've gone basically like this, that begin to split up. So the heads are all sort of like separating out. So I end up using them. And you've got different sizes like that one there. So it's just gone like that. And I use them for dry brushing. Yeah, just as good as results, as far as I'm concerned. But with me, it's just having the detail painting that I do. It's a matter of having good enough brushes for doing that. Now, I don't spend a lot of money on brushes. Well, I spend a lot of money, but not on expensive brushes. I mean, the ones I get, like these tri-grip ones, I find these are perfect for my hands because you can actually hold the actual paintbrush a lot easier. And they're fairly cheap as well. I mean, that's one of the old Rock Ninja ones. Now the tri-grip ones, I got them from a place called ABC Brushes, and you can order them online and they get them sent out to you. But there are, if you ever go to some of the like normal modeling shows, generally he'll be there, even at some of the Warhammer stuff. Oh dear me, my headache's getting worse. Ugh. So I may finish a bit earlier tonight, generally because headache's getting worse, because I think I spent too much time over this last weekend and everything looking at the computer screens. And I've got a bit of a blocked up nose and I'm tired. Well, that's looking better now. So I just got a little bit of, oh, I've missed a bit of the armour there, have I? Okay. I mean, some of the my brushes are actually from a place called The Works, and they're just as good. Then we got the finest fellas saying, "Gotta go. You gotta take care of you before streams." But yeah, I mean, I normally do, but I've just been way too busy doing assignment work for a university course that, yes, it sort of stressed me out of it, and it kicked off my heart rhythm with me chest infection and everything. These things happen. I'm used to that, but I've not been able to sort of like enjoy my hobby. So yeah, I wanted to, I wasn't, well, at one point I wasn't really going to be streaming tonight, so I weren't feeling great. But then I thought, no, I've not been up here and done anything for ages. So I thought, sorry, no, I'm going to come and do some painting. I mean, it's always good to sit and have a chat with you lot out there as well. And then maybe some other times people, if they want to come and join in, they can more than welcome to. All you need is a camera and a microphone, which is even if you've got like a little tablet or a laptop, you can come and join in. I'll just send you the link, and then you can come and join in on the stream. I don't mind that. It's always good to have somebody else to chat to. Yeah, I mean, this is what I use this hobby for. I mean, I've not had the greatest of mental health over the last few years, and most of the people that have watched my streams in the past, they all know that I've struggled with mental health due to going through certain things. But yeah, it hasn't stopped me doing my hobby. That's the main thing. Yes, I might have moved my studio from my living room up to the attic, so I've converted the attic over, which is always, to me, is always good. I don't actually use Discord, but there's numbers of groups that do. It's one thing I haven't really got into yet. Strange as it may seem, just my little channel is quite happily plodding along. I mean, I just recently got to 300 subscribers before the new year, and I'm happy with that. There's lots of people out there that do Warhammer and that lot. I mean, there's usually on tonight, I think normally Colin from 56.7, he's normally on the Wednesday night after me, so I normally finish at midnight. So I generally do 2 hours on most of my streams, unless it's like on the Friday one. I think no, maybe that's on a Wednesday afternoon, where Wednesday after bed, I think. I can't remember, it's been a while now. Whether it's Wednesday or Friday that Colin's after me normally. But yeah, I do a normally 2 hour stream. Well, thank you very much for joining me. I knew there was another lad that's that came on earlier that I hadn't seen on before. Complex Autist. That's another new name to me. So if you, as I said, if you're new to the channel as well, welcome. But yeah, the channel's growing slowly, and I'm happy with that. And I don't know if you build anything other than Warhammer, then I normally stream on a Friday, again from 10 till midnight. And then if Colin isn't on, I generally run a bit longer, depending on what sort of night I'm having. But at the moment, I'm actually in the process of building a 1/32 scale Lancaster on a Friday night. Monday afternoons, I normally do a stream, and that's basically for the younger viewers. Yeah, I mean, the ones I use, these are all like 4K cameras, but they're like autofocus, and they do sort of go out of focus for a little bit. But then if you do like something like that, it brings it all back into focus fairly quickly. And I mean, the other one, which is up there, which is the little Nexigo one, and the camera I use from bench, that's a 4K Logi. Fair enough. I mean, yeah, my streams are fairly chill. I mean, they can get a bit raucous at times, especially on like the Friday night ones. We normally do end up having a good laugh. So that's actually dried off. So we should join you. Somewhere. Oh, I don't remember which way this one goes in now. Because the head goes in and slots in somewhere up here. Shit into place, you little horror. And then you let's get you lined up first, shall we? I had this problem before. Get in the hole. Ah. Nope. Missed it. Ah, gotcha, that's on there. Okay. Sometimes getting this to squash together like so. Yeah. There we go. So there's a few more finer details to go on it, but it's getting there. I mean, my cameras myself, these ones, I think the Nexigeo, that one cost me about 14-15 quid. The Logi one, that one cost me about 24 quid. And I do normally have a third camera, but that one went down, and that's a 4K camera, and that one's about 40 quid. But that's generally what I used to have, like looking down onto the bench and to give better detail. Let's see how this looks on there. It's on there. There we go. That's you in place. Yeah. There we go. Well, I'm quite happy with how that's looking. So yeah. Methinks that's getting there slowly. Yeah, happy enough of that. Oh dear, headache. Oh. Mind you, does it help that I've not really been eating properly either? I'll have a snacky bar. Hopefully that will help. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's like I said, I'm no professional when it comes to doing this sort of painting. I used to like having fun and doing whatever I feel like doing. And this is what I use the Reichland's flesh tape, just go over the skin tone. And that, like the other washes, it will just literally drain down into the crevices and that. There we go. I've still got a bit more detailing work to do on it yet. I've got the back of the gauntlets to paint up yet. But other than that, it's almost where I want it to be. have another. Off it, a second you. Okay. Okay. Now I just need that orangey colour, not the contrast. Don't need. Well, actually, you could do what I need to do. Not till afterwards. Okay. Let's contrast. What did I do? What? Oh, I think. It was. No. Maybe not. At least something out there. Please tell me you haven't dried out. No, you haven't. Oh. So at the moment, it just looks like the orange is going to be a bit sharp on it, but then I want it to look like that at the moment. Because the time I've gone over with the agrax and everything, it will literally blend down. So there we go, that's that in. Noon oil next is that's agrax. That's the one I want. So at the moment, you can see the orange stands out quite a bit on the cloak. So I'm quite happy with that at the moment. So what I want to do now is get a wider brush. And that's just going over one coat of Agrex Earthshade, and it literally just tones all the orange down. So just tones that all down nicely. So that's that bit sorted. See, on this one I've done again with the lighter shade of blue. So it just looks like it's almost like a marble effect onto it, which I think always looks good. Mm-hmm. And hopefully next week we'll get to the point of painting, well, just laying out the base and everything, and putting the material onto the base of it. But yeah, it's getting to where I am almost happy with it. Where's my leather brown? That's what I do need. What's that brown? Here we go. Now I want the black metal, which I think that's tire. That's tire black. That one should be black metal. No, that's tire black as well. I'm just going to put it away. There we are. Metal black. Well done. Okay. I think yeah, I think that's roughly about right where I want it. what I like about these figures, they just suddenly 1 minute they look as though they're not there, but then all of a sudden, like bang, once they're together after you've actually done it, they look stunning. Then oil, that's the one. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a tiny little bit of nano onto the face. And there we go. Yeah, you're right. It's when you get to that point and you suddenly realise, bam, it's done, and then you think like, yeah, and then you end up looking at it for the next 3 hours, thinking like, I wonder if I can do this little bit there and a little bit there. And, but there's a time when you got to say like, no, that's it. You can't do any more, or you don't want to be. You shouldn't be doing any more, I should say. Okay, so I'm going to glue the wings on because I want them to sit into position properly. Yeah. And there we go. Now I'm quite happy how that's turned out so far. And we've got Mr. Joshy B in again. He's saying, evening dude, apologies, I've just got out the green room. I was having a chat with a putty cat. I hope all is well. Yep. Basically got the majority of this figure now finished. So that will go with this one when the base is all finished on it. So yeah, it's all getting finished, nearly finished on that one, because I was starting a rather large project. I have just over 50 figures to paint and a shitload of buildings to paint up fairly soon for a project I'm doing for Games Workshop in Leeds, which should be a fun little thing to do. Cool. A bit of chocolate does make you feel a bit better. Well, thank you, Joshy. Much appreciated. So I've got now to basically do the base with all the other detritus and everything that I'm going to put onto it. And then once that's done, we'll call this figure finished. Because as I said, I've got over 50 of other figures to do. So yeah, all fun and games. So, let's see, what time are we on? Of course it is. So yeah, I think I'm gonna probably end it here now, because my headache still doesn't want to subside. Video. So yeah, we've got. I'm quite happy how that's turned out, and that's the difference between that camera and that one. This one that I use for sort of like top camera, it isn't very good for picking out detail, and there's like just way too much glow and everything come off it. So that's why I have that bench cam like that. But yeah, it's coming out well. So yeah, Joshy, it's I am doing a diorama with 3 different armies on it, but 2 of them are fighting together. So we've got the Adaptus Mechanicus and what are you called? It's Death Watch. So I've got basically these 2 armies going together. So that's the first lot there, and then I have them lot to do. So these will all be going onto the same diorama. There is another couple of pieces I've still got to get. I have to order them in. Then there's those 3 pieces of diorama stuff there that's going into it. Then we've got that building set. Ow. And then there's also another building set in there. I mean, those 2 building sets alone, they cost me, I think, 135 quid just for the 2 sets of building ruins. I think, what was this one? Well, that one's 40 quid. I think that was about 45. The full set down the bottom here, that was 105. And then you're looking at 60 quid for all the other choices and everything so far. So I'm looking close to like coming up close to 500 quid on the figures and stuff that I'm going into it. And that's not including all the other Necron figures I'm putting into it as well. So yeah, it's going to be quite an interesting diorama to say the least. But that's me after I saved up all my Christmas money and everything. You got Finest saying, I have 2 Star Wars Legion starter sets. Starter boxes, Tau Combat Patrol, Ultramarines Combat Patrol, Leviathan box for vehicles from Star Wars Legion, and 2 boxes of Kriegsman, and a box to start collecting Sigmar. Now, I've got well over 2,000 of the figures to paint, and I already have them down in big 75-litre dolos down here. I've also got another pile of shame up in that bottom corner that has, well, another pile of shame, basically. And you got he said, oh yeah, that's fine. I still need to hunt out that piece of Mechanicus you said you needed that I may have. I'll have a look for you tomorrow and get some photos. All right, cheers mate, much appreciated. And you got to saying you've got your work cut out for you then. Yeah, because I've got to have this all sorted by May. I've got to have all this lot finished. If you want a Necron, I can send you some Necrons. I've probably got a few spare. That's one thing. Yeah, and those are either unopened or not opened. Unopened or not opened. Yeah, I mean, all mine haven't even been put together yet. They're in underneath where the Lancaster is there. in this tub here, that's just one of the boxes of figures, and that's got mostly Age of Sigmar in there, but it does have a few Space Marines and Necrons. There's another Dolav at the back there, underneath the roof awning, and there's the other one beside it. They all have unbuilt stuff in them. That's the issue when you start building a pile of shame. And I think there's something like close to 200 models stacked at the back there that I haven't built yet, including the newest one, which is the U-boat 148 scale. So yeah. If I say, mate, we've got so much work to do here. Yeah, definitely. And it never ends, because you always end up seeing something that you may want. No, I mean, once I get back into painting properly, I mean, even Colin, when I was on his stream, I painted 7 figures, and they were orcs. I painted 7 of them in one, I think, 2.5 hour stream or 3 hour stream. I mean, these are some of the other Chaos Space Marines that I've done. And they've got my own sort of like colour for their armour. And then there's another Age of Sigmar figure there. And I've got my eldest son's first ever Space Marine. So that's stays on my desk. Yeah, that was the tank diorama with me and Panzercat. I was in the room for Colin's chat, and it was this thing. I think it was about a total of 9 hours completed, from building the base to painting the model and the figures. So yeah, that was all sort of like done in that time. She's never too young to get started, mate. My youngest was 3-year-old when he started painting figures. Basically, find some really cheap figures, go to any second-hand shop, or even look online to a company called Murfield Miniatures, and they post them out to you. And yeah, they will, and then just basically put water-based paints like the modelled colours or anything like that, or even your, generally not your Warhammer paints. Give them a brush and just let them slap it on. Let them enjoy. That's how Draven first got to play with it, and I've got a couple of his somewhere. I think they're in one of the boxes over there somewhere. He did an Age of Sigmar figures, but I've got so many of them, and I had some that I'd already had built up, so I just let them have a go at it, and then they'll surprise you, because they'll pick out details that you even think, oh, lovely. Murfield Miniatures in Murfield, yeah, they're online, and I go there sometimes because I pick up all sorts of stuff, and sometimes it's built. You can pick up built stuff that needs repainting, and then you can also pick up stuff that's unpainted but built, and then you can pick up some unbuilt stuff, and then also new stuff as well. It's a bloody dangerous place to go to. But yeah, I mean, the last time I went there, I think there's a box over here. I got some Hawk copters and everything like that. Hawk one. That's not that box. In that box. box. Yeah. So yeah, it is you got this one, and that cost me a tenner from Field Miniatures. So yeah, and I'm happy at paying that, quite happily. And then we've got the little orky copters. And they're just bank base painted, and I'll just basically go through them, and some of them I'll probably partially dismantle and pull apart so I can actually paint them easy, especially these attack bikes. I'll do them, break them down. And then there's like this orc thingamajiggy. And you've got two dudes on there. It's already put together, but they'll all get painted up. And I think this one cost me, I think, £7. And yet to buy it normally, you're paying it over 35. And I've got another one as well of that exact kit, and it's not even built yet. And that I paid, I think, £8 as well for. So it goes to show that if you shop around, you can find stuff like this, and it can be fun. But it's very dangerous going to places like Field Miniatures and that sort of thing, because you end up spending way more money than you wanted to. You're already on their website. Yeah, it's a dangerous place, because you can actually join the club with Field Miniatures, and you can get early access to certain things, and you can get bigger discounts as well. But yeah, just go and find some really innocuous figures, and just let her have fun painting them. Just keep it on an ironer, and then just go, yep, okay. Give her a selection of brushes, pot of water, show her what to do, and say, have fun. And then you'll be surprised what they turn out like. And then you're also creating a core memory of one of the first things you've done with your daughter when it comes to like building models and anything like that. And it is always good fun. Well, Murfield's not far from me. It's only up the road. It takes me about, I think, half an hour to get there by train. I think it's half an hour, I can't remember now. Half an hour to 45 minutes, so. But yeah, it's just one of those things that I go around and hunt down for places like that. And then sometimes even my local charity shops have had Warhammer turn up in them. And I've been and bought them off them, or they like model kits turn up in the charity shops, and they just cost me fractions of the prices. And it's things like that where you can get them sort of things, especially from Field Miniatures, and you can get a big enough model like that armor piece that I've got there that's already built up, and if you give your little one that to paint, and just let them paint whoever they like. Yeah, that's another way, Josh, is like going onto eBay. But sadly, with eBay, what you get half time. And then, yeah, so it's always fun and games. But yeah, let her have a go, mate. That's all I can say to you. Have fun with it. Let her become creative. I did, well, Draven, he painted some Age of Sigmar figures, 2 like Griffin riders. and they turned out multi-rainbow coloured. It's great, absolutely brilliant, and they're still around. Well, they're around somewhere in one of the boxes. When I find them out, I'll show you. But yeah, well, a big thank you to the 2 new members to the channel. It is very, very much appreciated, and I hope you've enjoyed the stream. But as of now, I am going to say bye-bye because my head is absolutely killing me. I've actually got 304 subscribers, so I've picked up 3 subscribers tonight. So big thank you to everybody that has joined me. Much appreciated. And I will say the night for now. Take care, stay safe, and happy modelling.